Good afternoon, brothers and sisters in Christ. Sending blessings and love to you all today. My name is Jermaine, and today's verse of the day comes out of Amos, the 5th chapter, 24th verse, and it reads, "But let justice roll down like waters, and righteousness like an ever-flowing stream." This verse is a divine call for justice and righteousness, using vivid imageries of water to represent the continuous and powerful flow of ethical living that God desires from his people. In the context of Amos 5, God is expressing his discontent with Israel's neglect of justice and righteousness. Despite their religious observances and offerings, the imagery of water, something that is both purifying and necessary for life, emphasizes that justice and righteousness are not to be intermittent or superficial, but constant and life-sustaining forces in society. So let's break down this verse. We look at the word justice. In the Bible, justice often refers to the fair and equitable treatment of all people, especially the poor, widows, orphans, and strangers. It involves rectifying wrongs and ensuring that everyone, regardless of status, receives what they are due. Then we see roll down like waters. This similarly suggests that justice should be abundant, continuous, and powerful. Just as water flows freely and fills every crevice, so should justice permeate every aspect of society. And righteousness. Righteousness is in this context is about living in a way that is right according to God's standards. It encompasses personal morality and social justice, indicating a harmonious relationship with God and with one's neighbors. Like an ever-flowing stream, this phrase underscores the idea that righteousness should be a constant, unending practice. Streams continually move, and in a similar manner, righteousness should be an ongoing, dynamic part of one's life in the fabric of society. And how do we apply this to our life? We have to have a commitment to justice. Individuals and communities are called to actively pursue justice in all areas of life. This involves advocating for the marginalized, addressing systematic inequalities, and ensuring fairness in our dealings. Righteous living. Beyond external acts of justice, there's a call for personal integrity and moral uprightness. Daily decisions and actions should reflect God's standards of what is right and good, and have a continuous effort. The analogy of water suggests that these efforts should not wane, but must be maintained continuously. It's about creating a culture where justice and righteousness are as natural and necessary as a flowing stream. And here's some verses that we can reference to it. Micah 6:8 echoes the call for justice, mercy, and humility before God as the essence of what he requires. Isaiah, the 1st chapter, 17th verse, urges learning to do good, seeking justice, correcting oppression, and taking up the case of the widow and the fatherless. Then we look at Jeremiah 22:3, commands doing justice and righteousness with a focus on rescuing the oppressed and not doing wrong to the vulnerable. And then James 1:27 highlights pure and faultless religion as caring for orphans and widows in their distress and keeping oneself from being polluted by the world. And in conclusion, Amos 5:24 is a powerful exhortation that transcends its historical context, calling all who follow God to embody justice and righteousness in every aspect of life, thereby reflecting God's heart to the world. And I pray, brothers and sisters, that this word will touch your heart today and that God will get all the glory. Have a blessed day, brothers and sisters.